Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Inner Life 101. Here we have Eligio explaining that he believes that he is the Messiah. So we're going to get into that for a few minutes. We're not going to be very long in this video. Um, we're diving into his thought pattern right now. The other videos prior to that, I should, show you how we led up to this point um, in this live. So let's see what Mayat Laws have. Shout out to her. See what else she has to say to him. And this is going to be very short. We are not going to the rest of the video, just this part here.
Going from eating meat to just like not eating meat, and it's like I think that's what happened to me. But this is my whole point to even talking about this is the thing about you that's annoying is that you be like my knowledge and you just keep making it seem like this is absolute fact when it could be a little lighter. It could be you could just be like, yo, this is what when you bring it to I'm the master teacher and this is my knowledge and it's like nah bro, that's not nah. This is just life.
Well, I believe in myself and whatever I'm doing to that extent. I do believe that I'm the Messiah. I do believe that my message is the most high consciousness on this plane. I believe I'm the messenger to my people. I do believe that, and that's for me to believe. Now, if I said I was a gangster.
Now, I wanted to interject in here is that how is it, Eligio, that you think that you are a messenger or the messenger for your people, and you think that you are the Messiah with this most high consciousness when you're taking other people information? You're not using your own knowledge. The only knowledge that you're using is how to spin it and how to manipulate people with it. That's the only knowledge that you're using. You're stealing, basically. And, nobody wants to say you're stealing spiritual knowledge, but the way you're using it, this makes people dislike what you're doing. It's because you're manipulating, making people believe it's yours and it's not yours. You know it's not yours, but do you? Mentally, do you? Yes, you're manipulating. Yes, you know that you're a manipulator, but do you know that this information is not does that this information does not truly belong to you? And when Jesus came down, he had a message. He didn't have to use somebody else's knowledge. He didn't Google it. He didn't go to YouTube and find other people information, their wisdom and their knowledge, and take it upon himself and go out and spread it across the land to everyone else. That's not a Messiah. You're not a Messiah if you don't have your own message. You have to have your own message. You don't have an original message, original to you. That's the problem. And, also, you really don't have to have them. I mean, you do have to have original message as a Messiah, okay? But the information that you're using that come from other people, many other people are already using that information, and they're not out saying that, oh, this is my message, I created it. So that means something's wrong mentally because you didn't create it, and you didn't create it. You just appropriated it. Anyways, let's see this part.
Or if I said I was the illest nigga alive, you feel me? If I said I was a pimp, a player, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm Rick Ross, Larry marry who? If I said that all those things would be better for you to take in, but when I say I'm God,
Yes, those things are better because that's who you are. That's much more believable than a person, a stripper, who is still stripping or still using his dance moves and still doing the lewd acts on women in front of the camera. Yes, it's much better for you to say you're a pimp and all of that because that's who you are. But to say you're God and the God that's coming here to lead everybody else is not, you can't digest that because your behavior, number one, um doesn't depict that, and also your what you're exuding from your person is not in alignment with that. We know that whatever's out here that we call God, that is higher than us, and that is energy and spirit, we know that that is a loving thing, a kind thing, and we know it doesn't. When we allow it to enter our lives and act on our lives, we know it's not stripping. It's not giving us the energy to strip. It's not giving us the energy and the feelings to, you know, do things that we have already established is vile. Okay, so you're being vile and yelling and being hateful and angry and all of that. We already know the truth in us, you know, resists that because it deflects that because we know that it is not, you're not emanating good from your being. We know that. So that's why we can't believe it. If you came here and you were actually something like I was just saying, emanating all this positivity, and when people are in your presence, matter of fact, that is exactly what would happen when people are in your presence. You would not have to manipulate anyone into anything. And when they step into your presence gives off it emanates the good, and it lifts people and it heals people and it gives people joy, and it does, you know, a lot of things that you're not doing. You don't have it in you. It's not coming from you. So matter of fact, you're actually emanating negativity and you're attracting negativity because of that. So yes, that's it's easier to believe that you're a pimp, and it's easier to digest you being a pimp because that's who you act like, and that is a part of you.
when I say I'm Messiah, you irritated by that. But what's wrong with me wanting to be God? The black man wanting to be God. What's wrong with the black man wanting to be the Messiah? What's wrong with the black man wanting to be Jesus? Why can't we accept that as readily?
Okay, and again, this goes into, it shows his mental state. Uh, it shows that he should be on medication because most people don't come up thinking that it's okay to try to be God. You know, the problem with what is, to answer your question, what's wrong with you trying to be God is world denomination. That's what's wrong with you trying to be God. And you have exhibit that. You have shown us that if you were given that power, that is what you would do. You would try to dominate the world in a negative way. That's the problem. You wanted to know, there you go. You got it. It's world domination. That's what's wrong with a black man and any other man that is not God trying to be God. Like I say, these conscious communities telling everyone that they're God, when in reality they are a piece of God, and these people are running away with it, and you get people like Eligio who does not have a good grasp on reality, and they end up doing the things that he's doing and harming other people. Okay, so I don't teach people that they are God. I don't go there, especially with the know thyself teaching. A lot of people that are attracted to that teaching are people that are ill, the people that need help, and they're coming to the teaching because they need the help. Everybody needs help, so it's nothing wrong with them coming to the teaching. And that most likely that's how he discovered the teaching, because he needed help. So, but instead, he took it and made it his own and ran with it. So, that's what's wrong with being a black man wanting to be God.
That's the question I have for y'all.
Do you believe that, if you believe that of yourself, can you believe that another person might believe that of themselves also?
I'm not paying attention to other people. I'm here for my spiritual growth. That's the difference. I'm not paying attention to no one else to that capacity. That I'm paying attention to that. I'm not paying attention to people. If people don't have nothing to offer me, I'm not paying attention to them. I'm paying attention to my own spiritual growth as any nigga in the hood would. If it ain't about his money, or if it ain't about some bitches, or him elevating his mind, or a person elevating their growth, you shouldn't be paying attention. We in the information age. We ain't got time to pay attention to another person if they ain't got nothing to offer us. You feel what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you about other people and what they doing. I can only pay attention to me.
And that sounds good, and it can be good if it is not coming from someone who has problems with world denomination. He wants to take over the world. And on top of it, he wants to steal it. And in actuality, to think about it, because when he was out of the country, he would say that, Babylon was going to fall, that, America was going to fall, and he was going to be the one there to pick it up and clean it up and take all the collective elite and get rid of the weak and all this. That's world denomination. But since you're a black man and you can't go in with billions of dollars and rub elbows with other people, other billionaires, this was the only way you could do that, was to go and create in your mind of some disaster happening and you take over the world. That's all it is. World denomination. And that is what you call superiority. It's a superiority complex. That's where it comes from. And people get very, very ill with that. And we see it every day in the dominant society, uh, inflicting pain and suffering on to other societies. So, anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to end it here because it clearly shows that it just boils down Eligio's malfunction. He spoke about himself, and I almost want to just put this one up without putting the other ones up, because this one just speaks so much louder about his mental state and helps people understand it better. So I'll see. It'll be the first one, but I'll see about the other ones. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Peace and blessings.